Hello, Maksim.
Hello.
Maybe let's start with the pronunciation of your last name, because that's quite important, of course, as a football player.
Maksim Pascocci.
Pascocci. Will be helpful for the fans when they want to shout your name. For instance, like in your first game at home against Union where you score. Is that a thing, scoring goals? Because you scored also in your last game in Switzerland.
Yeah, and funny enough, when I moved to England on my first game there, I also scored. So it was a very nice feeling scoring in the last game in Switzerland and then coming here and scoring as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you could not fully enjoy it because it was a last-minute goal, and we still had to make another one. To get even.
It was more like scoring and then running back at the same time celebrating. So hopefully I will have a chance to score more.
Yeah. Besides of the loss in that game, it was for you personally a very good way to start off, I think.
I think it was not a bad game. Also the goal, but at the end we still lost the points, and this was not the best thing, but in general I think it was good. Yes.
Yeah. What kind of player, what kind of defender are you?
I think very emotional in terms of I give everything, I leave everything on the pitch. I hate losing, and I think like everyone, I love to win, So, and what I always did is just be myself on the pitch, and hopefully the fans will see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. In terms of football, what would you describe as your most important strengths? Is that speed? Is that composure? Things like that?
I would say definitely speed for a centre back, going into duels, being brave. I think quite comfortable on the ball as well. So it's kind of always been my strength throughout my career, my small career.
Yes, you're just here now. You played 2 games in the Pro League. What do you think of the level until now?
No, the level is very good, I think, because it's the style of play in Belgium League is similar to Swiss, but I would say there is more quality from the players. There is, and it's not a secret. Like you see transfers from Belgium League to top 5 leagues and for a crazy amount of money. So it says a lot also that the quality here is high.
You speak English very well. That's not a coincidence because you already said it. You were in England and at a big club, Tottenham Hotspur. Tell us the story about that. How did that go?
Yeah, it was amazing. I spent there 3 years doing some trainings with the first team, a lot actually, and then getting my 3 minute debut for them. This time was amazing. I've met a lot of great people, and I'm still in contact with them.
Yeah, you're from Estonia, but how did Tottenham Hotspurs find you?
That's a crazy story actually, because we played in September. There was a little tournament for my national team, I think under 17, and we played Portugal, Spain, and Slovakia. And then, so later on in April or something like this, COVID came. So this was back in 2019, and then 2020, I think the COVID came. And then obviously there was no football because of the quarantine and stuff. So the scouts of Tottenham in June, they watched back the game we played in September, and somehow they liked me. So I came on trial for a week, I think. Yeah, they liked me, and from there it was like a cinema.
Yeah, it must be amazing when you on a day the phone calls and it's Tottenham.
Yeah,
Hi, Maksim.
It was a shock for me because it was a training then with my club in Estonia, and after the sporting director of my club, and at the same time he was the coach of my national team. He comes to me and he goes, like we just spoke to this club, they want you on trial, and I was like, that's amazing. What's the club? And then he told me like Tottenham Hotspur, and then I know Tottenham, but like from Estonia, you never say Hotspur and stuff. And then I was a little bit confused, and at the start I didn't know if it was the real Tottenham or something else. But no, when I came home, I checked, and yeah, like I told my family, and it was like, yeah, I wasn't even like happy because I was like still in shock. The moment when I realized came a bit later on, yeah.
Yeah. And so you had the chance to train together with the big stars also, like Harry Kane, Son?
Yeah, a lot actually, because I think in England they liked players who train hard, so they would always send them to the first team, to keep the level. And yeah, I had the privilege to train a lot. I've done one whole pre-season with them, played some games in pre-season, and then somehow earned my 3 minutes.
Yeah, probably deserved. What did you learn over there?
Yeah, I think there you could just see that the difference between the players in the first team. Of course, they have like talent, and maybe some are faster, stronger, but like you could see they all, even having those like strong sides, they would still train hard every day, and being consistent. And I think that's a good learning point, because they already at the top, but they still keep improving, keep training and getting better.
Yeah, of course, the competition in the squad at a club like Tottenham is very high. Then you chose to move to Switzerland. How was it over there?
Yeah, I think it was a good decision, because the step from academy to first team was difficult, so I decided to go the other way, and go and have some experience. So I think those 2 years in Zurich, amazing city, and yeah, Grasshoppers helped me a lot, I think. I played, I think, more than 50 games or something like this. And when I came, I was 20 years old, so it was definitely very positive.
Mm-hmm. What is also quite remarkable was because you're still young, you already played a lot of games for the national team of Estonia.
Yeah, and again, it's an interesting story how it happened with COVID again, because my first ever camp, when I made my debut, I was meant to go there to train 2 days with the first team, and then I would go to under 21. So I trained 2 days, and I was meant to have a night at hotel, and the next morning I would join 21s. And then the morning when we woke up, we had like text on the phones that someone from our team had positive result, and then all the people who didn't have the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
or didn't have COVID before, they have to stay in the isolation. Same with our coach, but I was lucky enough to have COVID like a month before, so I was safe. And yeah, because of this, a lot of players from starting 11, they had to sit in a room, and like this, I had my debut. I played, I think, in this camp we had 3 games. I played all of them. And then in the summer we had a big tournament with the national team, and the coach spoke to me. He said, listen, the plan was never, it was more like gradually to bring you in, but because you did well in those games, I can trust you now. And then from there it happened.
Very few people have benefited from COVID, Maksim, but you're one of them.
I had both
Even
sides.
twice.
Yeah, twice. Very good. I would say life-changing, and then one time was not the best experience.
No, very remarkable story. Now you're here in Gent. How is your impression on the club so far in the first weeks?
Yeah, it's been amazing. You could really feel what this club means to the city. And the level of the players, the staff, all the people at the club, you could see it's like one family, and it's definitely very positive, because it's it's nice to come in every day and yeah, to feel this atmosphere.
What do you think about the city? Because you mentioned it.
No, I love the city actually. I would say the architecture, I love it a lot, you know. Also, it's similar to back home, like we have the city itself, and then we have, like, we call it Old Town, where it's like all the best architecture, you know, from back in the days. And for me, it's something like something warm, you know, a bit like home away from home.
That's very nice said. Have you already found a place to live here in the neighborhood somewhere?
The hotel.
The hotel. Still
yeah,
searching.
I'm still waiting on the reply. So hopefully this week before national team I get it done.
Okay, get settled in fast, I would say, because we have some important games coming up. First of all, on Sunday against Bruges. You know what this game means for the Gent fans?
Yeah, and I'm very excited for it because the first day actually when I arrived, I remember people from the club, they were showing me the stadium, and they were telling me like, yeah, usually we have so many people and this, but then they said like, but wait for this game, you know, you're gonna feel it. And they told me like this game feels a lot to the fans, but obviously back then I just came, you know, it was like, but now I really have the understanding, because I see people at the club, they talk about this game a lot. So it's a massive game, and I really want to play it, you know. And no matter what, I do my best, and I know for sure the team will give 100%.
You hate to lose, our fans also hate to lose, especially against Bruges.
Yes.
So remember that, Maksim. Okay, good. I wish you a lot of luck, especially on Sunday, and of course for the whole season. Thank you very much.